Hello again. I am adding to the Bret Michaels on Telegram because I think this guy is starting to figure out something's up. And he will wind up deleting it. So, last I left off, he had said, "I love you." I responded, "You're weird. You don't know me." To that, he says, "Stop saying that to me. I told you that we can get to know each other is just a matter of time." I said, "It's weird to say you love someone after speaking to them for one day. Also, what are you going to do? Cry to your parents? Grow up, Bret." He responded, "Don't say such a minute is enough for someone to love another person." I said, "It's not." You are funny. I hate when some is doubting me." I said, "I'm not doubting you because I am perfect in every way. I just think you're weird for it." He responds to that, "No, I am not. Please, let's change topic." I said, "What? Are you wanting me to fall all over myself for you? It sure sounds like it. Like, who are you even that I should?" But okay, I'm excited for Asteroid 2024 YR4. I think they should just evacuate an area instead of trying to deflect it. Which, if you haven't heard the news, there is a tiny asteroid that could give us a Tunguska type event, and that's going to hit in 2032. He says, "Yes, and me too." Then he goes on, "Do you have any children?" I said, "I don't and don't plan on it. I hate kids. Children are demons, especially little girls. They are the worst." He says, "Why do you say such?" I said, "Because have you seen a child? You obviously don't work in an ER or hospital. It's obvious." And if my voice sounds funny, it's because I'm shaking. It's cold as hell out here. He says, "Don't say such, because God is God that created them. Remember, you were a child before you reached this age you are now." I said, "He also created mosquitoes, and I hate them." I was actually disciplined and had parents who cared, unlike kids today who just get an iPad thrown in their face. Now, recall, my children are grown. He says, "If you have a kid, you will train them the way your parents treated you. Please don't say such. Children are not demons." I said, "I don't want them. Way too busy making money for that. My life as a trauma surgeon is way more important than spitting out crotch fruit." He says, "Well, that's your choice." I said, "Yes, it is." "Have you once have a boyfriend?" I said, "More than once." "Why? What a silly question." He says, "That's not a silly question, my dear. The reason why I asked you such is because you told me you don't want any child." I said, "And that has what to do with boyfriends? I don't date often, but when I do, it's busy rich doctors like me. Stay in your own class, that kind of thing. Again, I am broke. Oh, and he has to have the correct opinion on movies and music." He says, "Okay, that's good. So why do you guys break up with each other?" I said, "Too busy making money. Do you know how hard it is for a trauma surgeon and a neurosurgeon to find time?" Also, one of those guys said John Barry, quote, "isn't that good, and I can't date that kind of incorrect." And that same guy didn't even know who Bill Conti was. I can't date someone like that. Okay, input real quick. John Barry is the one who did the music for Dances with Wolves. Great movie, amazing music. And Bill Conti did the Karate Kid, North and South, and Rocky, I think. He says, "So it was the last guy you dated. Please, can I see a beautiful picture of yours?" I said, "I've shown you my photos." He says, "I know. You know I told you it wasn't clear." I said, "Beforehand, you must answer the question correctly. Who is better, John Barry, Bill Conti, or James Horner?" Which I think he did The Lion King and Titanic. "The correct answer will net you a photo we took last week but played with, but that's it." He says, "For my own opinion, I will choose Bill Conti. I know this guy has no idea who this guy is." I said, "Okay, I'm gonna let you finish, but Dances with Wolves is the greatest movie of all time." I don't think that, but it is a really good movie. He says, "Okay, have you been hearing about those imposters?" I said, "Sure have. Why?" because I have been hearing so many bad news about them. They don't allow my fans to have peace. So how did they came across you? I said, yeah, I know all about them. If they ask for money or gift cards or anything to do with Bitcoin, they're scammers. They're all over the news here. The FBI, EFCC, ASIO, and other nations are closely watching them on Facebook and now Telegram. Ever since the owner of Telegram got busted for providing a safe haven for them, they actually extradited a few Nigerians to the USA for scamming. They're awaiting trial. Plus, only an idiot would pretend to be a celebrity, right? He said. And I think that made him a little nervous because suddenly I thank Hod for that. Please, you come across them, block and delete them. I said, I usually always do. They're pretty easy to spot. He says, okay, that's very nice to hear. I want to ask you some questions. I said, what's that? Which of my songs make you fall in love with me? Weird. I said, none of them. Why? He says, why do you say such? Are you really a fan of my? I said, because I'm not in love with you. Why do you keep assuming I should be? He says, but I'm in love with you. I said, so I automatically should be with you. You, which is a Who song, which translates to how strange. He responds, I'm really in love with you, heart emojis. I said, good for you. Is this your response on me? I said, yes. He says, why? I said, because it's weird. I don't love you. Sorry, Bret. I don't fall in love easily. Not like you. Seems as though a woman just farts in your general direction, and suddenly you're in love. He says, I'm really serious about it. Please accept my proposal. So he was going to go full-on romance scam. I said, what proposal? You've not proposed anything. He says, I want you to be my wife and also my girlfriend. I said, no. You have Christy. I don't do that. When you publicly break it off with her, like post it on your official channel, then I'll consider it. Cheaters are gross. He says, she's not my girlfriend. Try and understand me. So I went looking, and I think I was wrong. He says, I said, error, not Christy. Her name is Kelsey. That's right. My bad. No, you're not with Christy. But I'm sorry, even if you weren't, I have to meet somebody in person before I even consider it. He says, all right, that will be a good idea if we meet in person. I said, so your answer is no for now. But I plan on seeing your show at the Mohegan Sun next week. So maybe next week I'll find you and we can talk. Surely your bodyguard will let me pass. He says, all right, I hope you have paid for your ticket. So now that he knows romance isn't going to work, he decides to go for pay me the money for the ticket. I said, no, I raided the ticket master and stole them all. Obviously I did. Duh, that was a stupid thing to say. He says, why do you misplace it? You have to pay for another one. I don't know what he was trying to get with that. I said, misplace what? No, I didn't place anything. Not the Mohegan. You were just there. Detroit. My brain is fried from work. And then I said, of course, you should know this and should be correcting me. He ignores that. He says, you have to purchase for my ticket so you can be allowed to be in my concept. I said, no shit, Sherlock, I already did. He then decides he's going to go for the VIP membership card. He says, I hope no one have asked you about my membership fan card, really hoping that I'd go, no, what's that? I said, yes, I've been asked about that. Total scam. It's not a thing. So he says, please don't pay for such, okay? I said, multiple, quote, famous people ask that, meaning Nigerian scammers. Obviously, I won't. I'm aware it's Nigerian scammer bullshit. It said, they're all scammers. Please be careful. I said, yes, they are. Every one of them. He says, they are really so lazy and dumb. Like one of them pretended to be Bret Michaels. Like, how stupid and lazy are you, XD? I said, I've seen a Johnny Cash and Nat King Cole. The idiocy. I laughed so hard. He says, they are all funny. Let them look for work. And then I made a joke about hiding a Nigerian scammer's food under his work boots, and I don't know why it's not showing. But anyways, that's some more Bret Michaels Telegram. I'm gonna go inside and hug a space heater. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned, and there might be more.